God, I have to pee.
Oh, go do it. You have 3 minutes. Should I pause the recording?
No, it's okay. We can always crop it out. I really want to be able to share my presenter view. Present. Okay, do you see the presenter view?
No, I see your like
Okay, how about now?
yes.
Okay, great. Well, now I've lost that. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Okay, we've got 10 people.
Yay.
Okay, are we recording? You can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, we'll start in 2 minutes. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom.
That was so fast.
Okay, I'm gonna let him in. Carlos is like yelling in there. Okay, how do I let these people in? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. We'll just let people trickle on in here. Nice to see a few familiar faces. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Well, while everyone joins us and starts trickling in, we'll just go ahead and get started. So, Benvenuti, I hope I didn't totally screw that up. Welcome to the SAM Open House. Since the SAM team did not make it to Italy this summer, we thought that we'd bring a little bit of that aperitivo energy here with us today. Hi, I'm Abby Knight. I'm the founder and CEO here at SAM. I am joined by Maura Salisbury, head of content and programming, and some of our wonderful experts and clients who you will meet momentarily. So let's go ahead and get started. We just have a quick 30 minutes with you. So I ask you to picture yourself here on the screen with an Aperol Spritz or a lemonade, enjoying good company. And that's the energy we really want for the next 30 minutes, warm, open, and connected. Okay, to start, let's see who's in the room. So drop your name in the chat and where you're joining from, if you wouldn't mind. Okay, we got California here, my home state. Woo! We've got Atlanta, Georgia. We've got NYC, another place near and dear to my heart. We've got Phillies in the house, San Diego, New Jersey. So glad to see you all here today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing a few live quizzes and a giveaway for a few free support sessions that are offered on SAM. But to be entered, you'll need to sign up at wearesam.co. That's your raffle ticket. So I invite you to go here. Let's see, it's resume share. I invite you to go here. Can you guys see that? No, is it still up? I did invite you, but now it seems to be. Let me try again. So sorry. We're having some Zoom malfunction here. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see that? No? Can you guys see that now? Nothing? So sorry, we're having some. Okay, we'll try this again. It's saying my screen share is paused. How about now? Anything? Okay, we're gonna try this. Just gonna exit this altogether. So sorry, bear with us. Maura, I'm wondering if you could try to share.
Yes.
Because for some reason it is not working on mine. So sorry, you guys. Thanks for your patience. Okay, great. So next slide, please. Thank you, Maura, for jumping in very quickly there. Okay, so this is how this works. All you have to do is go to wearesam.co and click Try SAM for free. Go ahead and answer the 4 questions and put in your name and email address. And when you're done, type in done in the chat, please, if you wouldn't mind. The link in the chat, here we go. Okay, and that's a QR code. We just recently learned how to use QR codes the other day. Very exciting. Okay, who's done? Few more minutes. Okay. Okay, ready, Suyapa, thank you so much. Marie, thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so the first, next slide, please, Maura. The first question that we have for our raffle, for our free support session giveaway is the problem that we are solving here at SAM. So I was very surprised when I started this work and I uncovered the statistic. But really, the issue that we're facing as American women is that we have these compounding life events. Things happen sort of all at once, and we find ourselves without support. And so my question here for you all, and if you could drop your guess, your answer in the chat, during life's most difficult moments like illness, caregiving, divorce, or job loss, what percentage of women say they don't have enough support? Is it A, 48%? Is it B, 56%? Is it C, 72%? Or is it D, 80%? So we have Colleen says C, 72. Faith says C, 72. Marie says D. Julie says D. Danielle says D. So it looks like it's a little bit of a tie between C and D here. Next slide, please, Maura. And the answer is C. 72% of American women, and this is a Reuters statistic, 72% of American women say they do not have enough support during life's most challenging moments. That is what we are solving here at SAM. That is 122 million women too many for us. So remember, to be eligible for the raffle at the end, make sure you're signed up at wearesam.co. There will be more raffles throughout the next 20 minutes, so stick around. Now that we've looked at the problem, I want to show you what we've built here at SAM to solve it. Let's take a look. Omar, you have to unmute.
We show up when we are asked to. We show up for our rights, our careers, our marriages, our children, our parents, our communities, our neighbors. But today, American women are facing more than ever before. Career upheaval, chronic illness, raising children, supporting aging parents, managing households and relationships, all at once. The pressures are compounding, and the little support we had is vanishing. 72% of women in this country say they don't have the support they need. That's over 48 million women with no real safety net. Women are the support system for everyone else, but where is ours? So we had to build one. Meet SAM, a new on-demand marketplace and support system for women navigating the most complex realities of modern life. With SAM, women now have access to a growing list of nearly 300 unique support sessions offered by over 75 experts such as lawyers, grief counselors, career coaches, and financial experts to create their own personal village of care. There are no scripts, no bots, only a community of women who've been there and who can help. Clients start with an optional 15-minute one-on-one session with a SAM navigator. SAM's navigators are trained to listen, understand women's needs, and create a personalized roadmap to guide next steps. Women receive this plan tailored just for them. It includes expert recommendations to book, live events to attend, and supportive tools to explore, all based on their unique needs and goals. From sessions to planning to community, everything lives in one place, right on their SAM dashboard. SAM's experts are licensed and certified, qualified, and highly vetted. They bring real-world experience and a genuine understanding to the work. SAM is a growing community of women who understand what it means to move through change. Whether it's help preparing for a tough conversation, setting boundaries, working through a challenge, or managing overwhelm, their toolbox is there to meet the moment. These tools are curated, actionable, and personalized just for their journey. SAM's Community Chat is a place where women can connect with one another for peer advice and support. Now, when life fractures and change happens fast, finding help is no longer scraping together support through Google searches, group text, or well-meaning but scattered referrals. It's no longer fragmented, expensive, inefficient, or exhausting. SAM. We built the solution we needed, but didn't have. Join us.
Thank you so much, Maura. So the heart of SAM are the women who use it for support, who are out there like we are every day, but have found their way to SAM and have begun using it with support sessions, with navigation, with tools and resources. And I invite two of our early clients here today, Lauren and Natasha. I asked them to speak today on two questions. Why does the world need SAM right now? And what have you personally gained from SAM? So I'll go ahead and turn it over to Lauren. Lauren, go ahead.
Thanks, Abby. Hi, everyone. Lauren here. It's hard to follow this video because this video always makes me emotional. And I think that it just resonates so deeply on how we hold everything as women. And I think we have been conditioned to be grateful and to stay in our boxes and to do it all and more and to take on everything. And usually with little to no support. And I think I've seen in present day and in the conversations I have with friends and colleagues, the amount of stress that everyone is under. And I think when it comes to how to solve that, it feels insurmountable. It's even more difficult when you think about like, now I have to go out and figure out, who is it that I can connect with? Where is, an expert or support system that can help me in this moment. And I think that's what SAM does. It brings you what you need in the moment when you need it. And so when you think about in that video, it talked about kind of, you don't have to go Google searching. I think that's such a beautiful thing about SAM is that you have this curated, set of tools in front of you that you can access that are actionable and that are in real time useful. And the overwhelm that it helps dissipate when you think about arriving into a place and knowing that the experts that are in front of you have been vetted, that are qualified, that more importantly have lived experiences that are similar to what you're going through. I think for me, SAM is amazing in the sense that it brings together support for women, but by women that understand the various stages and the complexities of life that we're all holding. And I think in modern society right now, they say, I talked about this before at one time about how they say it takes a village. We don't have villages. Modern life has scattered them. And I think the complexity of that is just outpacing the support most of us have access to. And SAM is curating this place where we don't have to figure it all out alone. And it's okay to lean in and be supported by other women that can help you. And SAM is a wonderful place. It's special in the sense that these women that you see here truly care about what they're building, and there's so much thought and an intention that is being put into the curation of not only these tools and resources, but these women that are coming together to really support you and meet you where you are in your journey. So I'm grateful to have found SAM.
Thank you so much, Lauren. We're so happy that you're here. Natasha, please go ahead.
Hi, yes. Oh, Lauren actually put into words a lot of things I had written down as well, but I just would like to echo when I was scrolling LinkedIn a few months ago and I saw that first post from Sam, and I was all like, I was immediately drawn in. And because, like Lauren said, I mean, it's 2025. Our villages have all disappeared. We've all been conditioned to be so hyper independent. We were supposed to have it all, right? We were supposed to work. We're supposed to raise the families. We're supposed to keep the house spotless, the food on the table. But we can't do it all. It's impossible. And I think that, especially like post COVID and all of that, we're starting to see the cracks start to form within women, within family units, within in all industries, because women are really realizing that we can't have it all, and we've been so independent for so long that there's nowhere to turn. And so I think that having everyone in one place, and Sam, the navigator, to create this support system, the support plan, all the experts, like Lauren said, who have been vetted, who have been through what you're looking for in one place, is just phenomenal. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to feel like you're shouldering this on your own. You're able to get the tools you need, an actionable plan to go out there and face these things, and know that you have these hundreds of people, thousands of people behind you and in your corner. And I just think that's invaluable in this time, in this age.
Thank you so much, Natasha. Thank you both for sharing. We've been just delighted getting to know you and our other early users and being able to offer you some support. Okay, so what's next? Well, we've got another raffle, another quiz. So caregiving and health crises don't just impact families, they show up in the workplace too. And it doesn't affect men and women equally, of course, no surprise here. Women are far more likely to lose their jobs or leave their jobs because of it. So here's the question I have for you. Women are how much more likely than men to drop out of the workforce due to caregiving or a health crisis? Answer in the chat. 40%, 12%, 50%, or 80%. So drop your guess in now, A, B, C, or D. And let's look at the answer on the next slide. It's astonishing. It's 80%. 80% more likely than men to drop out of the workforce due to a caregiving or health crises, and that is just too many. Okay, so let us move on and let's meet some of our experts. So here's a look at our experts. This is just a fraction of the amazing women that we have behind us at SAM. We have career coaches, we have wellness practitioners, lawyers, financial advisors, caregiving experts, grief counselors, an incredible range of support. And I want to acknowledge that there are many experts here joining us today, but there's only a few that can introduce themselves. We don't have all the time, but all of the experts are available to meet on SAM, of course. So I want to introduce you to Shanna, Rebecca, and Nicole. Shanna, if you could just pop off, talk a little bit about why you're here at SAM, and give us a tip on how to stay sane in the career space in 2025.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so I am here at SAM because I am a woman just like all of you who has gone through so many transitions and so many stresses and trying to juggle it all. I am originally from Nebraska. I live in the Bay Area now, which is, kind of the tech universe. And my background is in human resources. I spent 15 years as an HR business partner at big companies like Apple and PepsiCo and some smaller companies as well, where, I helped guide leaders and employees through some of their toughest situations at work, organizational changes or performance issues, team morale, etc. And I took a career break myself after, feeling some burnout and feeling like there must be something different that I can do that really highlights the best parts of my job. And so I found career coaching and leadership coaching. And then I was so lucky to find SAM because it just fits so many of the boxes that I'm looking for, both as a potential coach, but also just someone who wants to support women. And my quick tip, I would say, is, the thing that I found most successful is really something very simple, and it's using this filter of what's in my control today. And that last word is actually the key word there. And so when work feels chaotic, there's been a lot of buzz around, there's just been job layoffs, and, you might be in an organization that's doing just organizational changes, or you manage a team and they're having a lot of change or a lot of pressure and anxiety and performance challenges. And so, we can get wrapped up in just everything that's going on when you combine work with home life and what's in the news and, caregiving, everything else. And so it's really just about pausing and asking yourself that question: what is actually in my control today? And then you put your energy there. And again, it's very simple but very effective way to just let go of what you can't influence to help reduce the overwhelm and to be able to focus and identify, really what is the simplest path forward in this moment that feels much more clear and manageable. And so I found that effective. Some of my, I use it with many of my clients when they're starting to feel overwhelmed. And so that's my number one tip.
Thanks so much, Shanna. Rebecca, you're up. Why are you here at SAM as an expert? And a quick beauty wellness tip: how to stay sane in 2025. More sleep.
Yes, that is definitely an important and often overlooked one. Thank you so much for having me, Abby. I'm here with Sam because I help women who are navigating difficult life transitions to reconnect with their inner and outer beauty. And the women I serve are often women going through the very challenges that Sam serves here. Because this happens to be a time when we really can start to feel disconnected from ourselves and what beauty means for us. And so, as a makeup artist and a holistic beauty practitioner for 25 years, I know that beauty comes from within. And that means taking a look at our physical, not only our physical health, but our mental, emotional, and spiritual health, and really taking the time to redefine beauty. So if you're in a space where you're feeling disconnected from your glow and you don't really know how you want to show up, I offer an opportunity to explore that together, to come up with the right products, the rituals that will serve you, practical mindset shifts, as well as healthier plant-based beauty products. And so I love being able to support women during this time because I personally have been through obviously a lot of transitions in life. I turned 50 this year, and I'm certainly in the midst of aging parents, perimenopause, and really kind of going a lot deeper into the transitions that we go through during this phase of our lives. So I'm super excited to be here and to be able to be your guide and your cheerleader to really reconnect with that beauty that is inherent within you and that you deserve to experience and express in your everyday life.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. And last but definitely not least, Nicole.
Oh, and one quick tip. Sorry. I forgot that part. And my tip for staying sane is journaling. Journaling has been a part of my life for a really long time. I follow the program of Morning Pages by Julia Cameron. It's a very popular form of journaling where you're literally just free writing for 3 pages. I believe it's 3. And it's something I've kind of made my own. And I feel like there's really something powerful about putting words to paper or even on your digital devices, getting out of your head and being able to reconnect with like what you're thinking, because what you're thinking leads to your habits, and your habits lead to how you live your life. And so taking that moment, whether it's in the morning or before bed, to journal, to a prompt, or just to free write, I find is something that's so powerful, so simple. All you need is a pen and paper and a few minutes of quiet time. So I highly recommend it.
Thanks so much, Rebecca. Good one. Nicole,
Thank you.
you're up. Oh, you're muted. There we go.
Hi, friends. I've been so impressed by the community that's growing around Sam, both the experts and the clients. It's just an extraordinary group of women, so it's a treat to be here and chat with you today. I loved that phrase that Rebecca just used: reclaim your glow or reconnect with your glow. And man, the last few years, right? I think all of us feel a sense of exhaustion, a sense of being dimmed, maybe a sense of hopelessness. And I believe so deeply that our superpower as women is our connection to our hearts and our connection to our bodies. Our bodies, one big difference that we have from men is we live secularly, so we are constantly reminded and like reconnected. Our body reconnects us, brings our attention back to our body and its cycles and its needs as it changes through life. And that is our superpower. It's so many of us as women experience that as some kind of intuition, right? This sense, this connection. The more connected we are to our hearts, the more connected we are to our bodies, the sharper our BS meter is, right? The sharper our sense of intuition is. So I love to work with women, especially in healing your relationship to your body, in rewriting your story of and your vision of your body, maybe especially as we go through changes of aging, and learning what the strongest version of your body is. Like we all deserve to experience the strongest version of our bodies and the brightest version of our hearts. So I live my life powered by snacks. And I really believe something that has set me free and that has helped me to have sustainable practices of fitness and wellness is getting myself out of an all or nothing mindset, which so many of us, that all or nothing mindset, also known as a kind of perfectionism, keeps us from the practices that we know will really nourish and reset us. So just, in other words, when we don't have time for a 30-minute workout, well, I'm just not going to do anything, right? If I can't do it all the way, or I've eaten terribly today, so I'm just going to keep eating terribly today and I'll reset tomorrow, right? It's that all or nothing mindset. And instead, I'm going to invite us all to snacks. So both in terms of reconnecting with her heart and also weaving movement through your day. It's actually when we can shift our vision of fitness from this thing that I have to do, this like additional thing on my to-do list, to this is how I recharge. This is how I reconnect with my heart. I recharge my heart. I clear my mind. I remember how strong I am. Like, yes, I want all of those things. And I may not have 30 minutes a day for them or whatever I would like to have, but I've got 5 minutes to take a movement snack. Or I have 5 seconds to take a breath snack. Hands on my heart. Breathe. Big belly breath, fill up my belly with breath, slow down, close my eyes, and reconnect with the heart, reset my energy so that I'm living out of it, and do some squats or dance to a song to remember my playfulness, to remember my joy, to remember my strength. So I'm inviting us all to snack more.
Thanks so much, Nicole. I like that one. Rebecca, Shanna, Nicole, thank you so much for being here and on SAM. So we just have a few minutes left. We wanted to share with you a sample of our sessions here on SAM. We have over 300 support sessions. Every session is 1 hour or less with a clear structure and a concrete outcome. You leave with something real, not just a conversation, a solution, a plan, a framework, a next step. You can book one at a time. You can mix and match depending on what you need the most. One in career this week, one on caregiving the next. We know we're never just dealing with one thing at a time. They're designed with women for women. We spend a lot of time on our product innovation in our sessions. The experts will tell you. We want to give real solutions in the middle of uncertainty, not just additional noise. So I'd love for you to drop in the chat, which of these sessions could you use right now? Which could you have used in the past? Or do you know someone in your life, a woman who could use one of these sessions today? So just quickly drop in the chat. Let's see what people are saying. Let's see. A plan to balance caregiving and career growth, how to support others in grief. This is a big one. You're not done yet, your midlife mindset. Okay, next slide, please, Maura. So thank you so much for sharing those. And surprise, the first person who answered that question in the chat just won that SAM support session complimentary on the house. So who was that? I believe that was Danielle with a plan to balance caregiving and career growth. Danielle, congratulations. We will be in touch with how to redeem that. Okay, some people have reached out, actually many have reached out about working as an expert on SAM. Here's where we are in our process. We're currently identifying areas of need and gaps that we have in our expertise based on client feedback. We aim to have our second wave of experts hiring in mid-fall. And you can follow us on LinkedIn. Make sure you're doing that for all of the expert updates and process and so on and so forth. Okay, well, with just a few minutes to share, we say this a lot here at SAM, support should not be DIY, and it often is, it mostly is. We really have to piece together Google searches, random advice, and largely we're going at it alone. If today resonated with you, I'd ask you to do one thing for us, please. Please share SAM with 5 women you know. Maybe it's a sister, a friend, or a colleague, a woman who could really use a supportive, solution-based session in their life or sessions. And then finally, as we close, that is our open house. Thank you all for being here with us today. A reminder, the winners of the raffle will be announced tomorrow on Instagram and in our newsletter. So make sure that you're following on Instagram with this QR code. And I have a couple minutes left. I can take questions. You can drop in the chat or unmute. But thank you so much. And if you think of something later, you can always reach us through our site at wearesam.co. Thank you very much, and good night, good afternoon, arrivederci. Have a good rest of the summer, which is ending soon. Thank you so much. Any questions? We answered all the questions. Any questions? Nope. Okay, I think we can go ahead and stop recording. Do we have any questions in the chat? Nope. Okay. Okay, I'm just removing a few folks here because if I